It seems that I had captured likes and dislikes with sensor values with the shape of a straight diagram of the judgment up to now. One can form the attitude experientially based on evaluative responding to the attitude object. This cognitive, affective, or behavioral respondings can occur as a part of dialectic experience consisting of interaction with the attitude object itself, or as a part of indirect experience consisting of exposure to cue that denote the attitude object. I would say it just concerns an object about only the directionally of yes or no. It is a diagram that favor and tendency have confronted by 180 degrees along the usual. It means that favor is goodness or positive. On the other hand, tendency is badness or negative. The body of judgment tends to shift sideways to the fact judgment. There is general agreement among contemporary attitude theorists that an attitude is a psychological tendency that is expressed by evaluating the particular entity with some degree of favor or disfavor. An attitude represents a psychological tendency to evaluate a given entity with some degree of favor or disfavor. The entity can refer to anything perceived. Global evaluation can be based on some absolute standard or relative to another object. Evaluations can range from extremely positive to extremely negative, and the tendency can vary from immobile to non-existent. Therefore, I try to introduce the concept of vector. The vector has absolute value of size, the extent, degree, and various kinds of direction. There are some models which the divergence of favor and tendency is very adjacent. For example, the person who was unprisoned is I see in the days may change it into a liked person on a sudden day, and on the other hand, a view of the person may suddenly change it into the object of hatred. This example shows that the strong goodwill is very adjacent to the dislike, and this feeling will shift to other feelings easily. Furthermore, good person is not connected with loved person easily. This means the person hardly have the size and degree of the concern. Evaluative responding, whether it is covert or overt, can produce a psychological tendency to respond with a particular degree of evaluation when subsequently encountering the attitude object. If this tendency to respond is established, the person can be said to have formed an attitude toward the object. And overall, evaluation of the attitude object may be stored in memory and subsequently retrieved, or the tendency to evaluate may be carried forward to new situations by memories that are more episodic and less abstract. The experiments that produce the evaluative tendency are also stored, The perceiver may present these experiences as associations that linked the attitude object with relevant aspect of our prior experience. I remember when we broke up the first time, say this is the enough, 'cause like we haven't each other in a month. When you said you needed space, well, then you come along and say, baby, I miss you and I swear I'm gonna change. Trust me, remember how last 4 days I say I hate you, we break up, you call me I love you. Ooh, we call me off again last night, but this time I'm telling you, we will never, ever, ever get it back together. We will never, ever, ever get it back together. You gotta talk to your friend, talk to my friend, talk to me, but we will never, ever, ever, ever get it back together. Like ever. We have the tendency attribute of the definition. To understand what this means, it helps to think about how attitudes are formed. The process often begins with conscious perception of some entity. Upon detection, we decide how we feel about it. This evaluative knowledge predisposes the individual to react to the entity in a similar fashion when it is encountered again. The more often this process repeats, and the stronger the object evaluation association becomes. The concept of the vector is useful to explain on the above-mentioned fact. However, the mechanism of the preconceptions, the prejudices, and the sense of value formation is complex because when the person has some opinions, at the same time, they may have subconsciously any special viewpoint. In that sense, if possible, I want to have open dual viewpoint from free and objective direction. I will contact you as soon as I arrive at airport. See you soon. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.